Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is my review slash rant slash opinions on the 2020 Animaniacs TV show. Yes, they remade the Animaniacs. Steven Spielberg, he came back to executive produce the show just like he did in the 90s, and I was really excited for this show. The trailers that Hulu put out for this show were really solid. The way that they satirized Jurassic Park was so funny, and it looked great. The animation looked spectacular. I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking wicked show. I was pumped for this TV show. If you want to know my brief history of the Animaniacs, I love it. I grew up with this television show. I thought it was one of the best cartoons as a kid. Even now, I still love it. I think it's a terrific show. The slapstick, the movie references, even some of the political jokes they get are very funny. And the thing about Animaniacs, they hold nothing back. It's a kid show, but they make fun of everything. They don't care. They will make fun of everything. It's almost like South Park for kids, though. South Park's more of an adult cartoon. But like South Park, it'll make fun of anything. Animaniacs was like that for kids. It would just make fun of anything, and it just didn't care. And that's why I loved the Animaniacs. I loved all the skits. I loved Yakko, Wakko, and Dot, Pinky and the Brain. I loved the birds, the squirrel and her son, the good idea, bad idea, short skits. Like, all of that was funny. It was really, really good. And when they all teamed up to do the Star Wars episode, that was like one of my favorites. I love Animaniacs. I loved it. It was so good. And I was really excited for this remake, this reboot. Hulu has done some interesting things, so I was looking forward to see what they were going to do. And how are they going to bring Animaniacs in today's standards in 2020? How PC are they going to be? So I was actually really looking forward to it because I thought because Animaniacs, because of this time period, there's a lot to make fun of in 2020. So I thought they could be really creative and very funny with this, 2020 nowadays. There's a lot to make fun of right now, and I just couldn't wait to see what they were gonna do and stuff. And not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. I watched all, I think it was 11 episodes. I watched them all. Very disappointed. It's a good show. Let me just say that. It's good. It's not great. It's not at all great. It's nowhere near in the same ballpark as the 90s Animaniacs, the show I grew up with. It's not even in the same league as that. It's good. I laughed quite a bit. Everything with Pinky and the Brain is great. It's so funny. Some of the Yakko, Wakko, and Dot bits were good. There were some jokes that were funny. Like when they make fun of talk show hosts like Seth Meyers, that was funny. It was very, 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 very funny. They even make fun of other new age cartoons. Very, 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 very funny. Very, very funny. Even some of the movie jokes they make, really, really funny. They make fun of even Spielberg films. It's very, very funny, very clever writing. The animation is just gorgeous too. And just seeing all these characters that I grew up with, seeing them back on my TV screen was really enjoyable to watch. It brought back good memories, great nostalgia. And there was some very clever and smart writing, and there was some slapstick jokes that were pretty great. I'm like, wow, that was pretty awesome. There was even a couple jokes that I was like, that was pretty ballsy. You know what? Respect. However, I was afraid this was going to happen because every show is knuckling under. Every show has to be very politically correct, and it shows are too scared to be super funny and super hardcore. South Park is the only show that doesn't give a fuck, and they don't care who they offend. That's why I respect South Park. I don't watch South Park, but I've seen a lot of episodes, and I've seen quite a few clips, and I respect South Park for that. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they're very ballsy dudes, and I respect that. That's what takes a good comedian and a really funny person. You can't be too worried about who you're going to offend. And you cannot take political sides because the one side's going to get annoyed. Animaniacs clearly takes a political side, and you know exactly what political side they're going to take because they take the side everybody takes. So it is very uncomfortable, some episodes. I'm just like, and if they were like, they make Donald Trump jokes, like, because they make fun of every president. Any president at the time when Animaniacs was on the air, they made fun of the president. I don't give a rat's ass about that. And the Donald Trump jokes, as dated as some of them are getting, they were funny. They were very, very funny. People have been making Donald Trump jokes for like 4 years now. It stopped being funny 3 years ago, so... But they were pretty funny. There were some funny Donald Trump jokes, so I'll give them that. However, there's some things I'm just like, I don't know where they're going with this. And where they go with it, I'm just like, huh? It's like, they talk about stuff about like the right to vote, and it's not even supposed to be funny. It's just being political. They make fun of like Fox News, but they don't make fun of CNN. They could have done a really funny joke about Fox News and CNN and stuff. They make jokes about fake news and stuff. I'm like, oh boy, oh dear. Then they make they talk about mansplaining, and I'm like, oh no, what are they doing? Don't do this to me, please. Don't do this to my Animaniacs. Don't do this to me, please. Oh no, like, leave well enough alone. But they do it, and I'm like, oh fucking Christ. They talk about the right to protest and the right reasoning to protest, and I'm like, oh fuck sakes. Keep this shit out of my shows that I grew up with, for crying out loud. If you want to make fun of some politics, go ahead, but stop leaning on a political direction. If they wanted to make fun of the protests, maybe that's fine, because that's the point of Animaniacs. They don't ever have a message, Animaniacs. They don't stand for anything. Animaniacs, Yakko, Wakko, and Dot are three insane brothers and sisters that make fun of everything. They don't care about who they offend. They're basically insane, and they just make fun of everything. They don't have a political stance. They make fun of everyone and everything. They don't do this in this one, this 2020 version. They support a lot of things, and they don't want to offend certain people, and I'm just like, you fucking cowards, you fucking pansy bastards. If you don't want to make fun of them, you don't have to, but then you don't have to knuckle under and support them and be like, you have to do this, and you gotta do this. I'm like, just leave it out of Animaniacs then. Just stick with making fun of movies and television shows and other cartoons. If that's what your whole show is, I will watch that. That's fine. You want to make fun of Donald Trump? Go ahead. That can be funny. You want to make fun of news outlets? Go ahead. That can be funny. But don't stick to a political ideology in Animaniacs, because you're going to cause division. Animaniacs is great because everybody can watch it. But now when you say you stick to this one political belief, the people on the other side are not going to enjoy it. And the people in the middle ground are just going to get annoyed. Like me, I'm in the middle ground. So I'm like, I want to see any political ideologies on either left or the right. Like, I don't want to see any of that. I just want to have fun and watch my cartoons. That's it. Stop telling me what to believe in, and stop telling me and stop shoving politics down my fucking throat. I don't care if you're the left wing or the right wing. I don't want that in Animaniacs. Animaniacs is supposed to make fun of everything. Like, they don't have beliefs and stuff. They're cartoons that insult everybody. That's what I wanted. And they did that, but then they didn't do that. They did it for most of it. But then some episodes, they just, no, they're not going to do it. I'm like, it was disappointing. It was very disappointing. I was so disappointed with this show, and I was liking a lot of it. I was enjoying myself. And there are some really good episodes. There's some really fucking hilarious moments, too. What a waste. Oh, my God. Hurt me. It just hurt me that they did this to Animaniacs. I should have known it. We're in 2020, everything has to be PC and stuff, and everyone's too fucking childish to just say, you know what, I'm not going to be political. I'm just going to make a show for kids and adults, and we're just going to make fun of things. That's it. But no, can't do that now. Can't do that anymore, I guess. It's a good show. If honestly you don't care about too much politics, you might not even notice it, and it might not even bother you. And that's fine. If that doesn't bother you, you'll probably love the show. It bothers me, but it probably won't bother everybody or even most people. If that doesn't bother you, like, go ahead. Like, you'll probably have a lot of fun with Animaniacs. There's a lot to like about this show. Like, the animation's great. There's some very clever writing. There's some very laugh-out-loud funny moments. Pinky the Brain's back. Everything with Pinky the Brain's great. And it's sad they didn't bring back all the characters, and they didn't bring back the good idea, bad idea skit. That was funny. But for what they did, it's still good. I still think, like, if they keep going with it, maybe they should just stop with the politics and just continue on making fun of other things. And if they do that, I'll continue watching the show. But if they keep going politically, I'm going to be done. I'm not going to watch it anymore because it was annoying for some of it, and I was very disappointed. I still think it's a good show, but it's not great. This had the potential to be an amazing show, but it was just it was good. That's it. That's all I'll say. I think people will love it. I'd still recommend it. I will, but just beware. Beware of it. So yeah, in the comment section, please tell me what are your thoughts and opinions on the 2020 Animaniacs. And did you watch the original 90s Animaniacs? And how do you think they compare? Do you think the original's better? Do you think this one's better? Give me thoughts and opinions. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.